did you know that 20% of construction fall injuries are related to ladders?
Wow. So maybe we should talk about inspections and the proper use of ladders.
That's a great idea. Let's get started.
Okay.
When inspecting your ladder, the first thing you want to look at are the labels on the ladder and make sure that you can read each and every one of them. This is important because as your first step, these labels will show you how to properly set up and use your ladder. These labels are illegible. This is an example of what not to have on your project. When setting up your step ladder, also known as an A-frame ladder, make sure that your spreaders are locked completely and that ladder is placed on a firm and level ground. You also want to be sure that the ground around your ladder is clean and clear of any trip hazards, especially right at the base where you start to climb up. This is an example of a step ladder where someone has not fully engaged the spreader bars to lock this ladder in place for safe use. We talked earlier about keeping the base of our ladder clean and clear from any trip hazards. This would be an example of what not to do. This worker should take this box and remove it to remove the hazard for when he's ascending and descending the ladder. It is important to never fold up and lean a step ladder for use. This is what an extension ladder is for. When setting up an extension ladder, it is important to remember the 4-to-1 rule. For every 1 foot out that the ladder extends from the wall, it must extend 4 feet high. This creates a 74-degree angle. The NIOSH Ladder Safety mobile application is a great tool to use on site to double check and make sure your angle is at 74 degrees. In this picture here, you can see all you have to do is lean it up against the ladder and it will tell you if your degree is correct or not. Your extension ladder should extend 3 feet above your access point and be tied off to prevent fallback. Always make sure that your extension locks are locked and in place. The base of the ladder should have non-slip feet to prevent the ladder from kicking out. When using any ladder, it is important to always make sure we are facing the ladder. This worker here is not using the ladder correctly. When ascending and descending the ladder, it is important to always maintain 3 points of contact. This worker here is a perfect example of how to use a ladder. Thanks for watching our training today. We hope that you learned a little something. And if you ever have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out to us. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. So in construction, approximately 20% of all ladders.
3.
So in construction, approximately 20% of all ladder injuries involve ladders.
All fall injuries. You got it. You're almost there. You got it. One more time. Hey Sherman, did you know that 20% of fall injuries are related to ladders?
That's so easy for her.
I think this.